guess let's start lineup-wise. Do you have Ryan Poehling back tonight?
No.
No?
No, so the lineup we'll skate 7D.
Okay. And goaltender?
Carter.
You talked last week with Jason about confidence for Cam York, kind of off the ice leadership at the bench, stuff like that. And then you see that goal the other night. That looked like a pretty confident goal on the offensive side. That's just that part of his game starting to spring into the offensive side of things, you think?
Yeah, I think he's getting minutes piled on him. Has defended well. Has made some plays, and I think he's getting more and more involved in up the ice, which is a very important part of his game because of his legs.
Keeping with the defense, I think last game was the first game all year that Travis Sanheim didn't crack 20 minutes. Does that play into the whole thing of trying to protect him a little bit, trying to cut back on his role?
Yeah. As I said, I think there's been some struggles in his game, both with the puck and without it, and he has played hard minutes, and we're trying to just to cut back on some minutes, at least get him to that Christmas break. I just think it's been a little bit much for him, so we're trying to even it out here a little bit. And Z played really good, ended up getting some minutes, probably one of his best games. We'll go with 7 tonight. That'll help also.
Stahl the 7th?
Stahl's the 7th, yes.
Is it just a rotation in then for you guys in terms of that, with pairings or with Stahl? Or is it
I have no idea how it's going to go. I'll leave that up to Shazi when the game goes.
Travis said I'm someone who plays as a left shot, plays on the right side, or the other way around. But it used to be back in the day where left shots played left side, right shots played right side. What's kind of the game evolving in that regard with guys playing like they're off wings or off sides?
Yeah, I just think it depends on the player. Can the player handle it? I think it's easier for forwards doing that because it just seems to be easier. The funny thing to me is when you put a left shot on the right side, it doesn't look as weird. But when you put a right shot on the left side, that really sticks out. It may be because we just don't have enough right-handed defensemen in our league. But it depends on the player. This started, and I told Sandy right away, he's going right side because I needed to get Cam on the left side. We need to develop him on the left side and see what he was and is. And then I think he just felt comfortable. And in the offensive zone, I think it's freed him up. He sees the ice better there. I think he's played very well there.
Going back to Cam for a second, Cam York. You had said last year and even the beginning of this year that you wanted to see him push the play a little bit more to take more risks. It seems like over the last few weeks you've maybe not pulled back on that, but you focused more on just how strong he's been defensively. Are you maybe not reevaluating, but you maybe getting a better handle on who the kind of player you want him to become?
No, I want him up the ice as much as possible. That has not changed. I think I've probably talked more about the other part of the game, but no, I want him up the ice. There has been no discussion to back off on that. But I think the willingness of him blocking shots and defending the way he has it's at a whole different level than it was at last year. I think that's why I've talked about it so much.
Angelo Ricci's done a lot for youth hockey here in Colorado. Just what has he brought to your staff and to the team?
Total energy. Very good with the players. I just think I think sometimes players get tired of listening to the coaches with the X's and O's and on the board and meetings. I think Angelo has brought a whole different type of attitude towards them and has been a big part of help developing some of our young guys. Has them out early. We've gone to a situation now where it's a bit of a sign-up sheet before practice when they want to get out early. Angelo explains some of the things he's going to be working on. Really trying to get Tippett and Forster involved in that as far as the shooting part of it. He's been a really big piece to the staff here, especially where our organization is in developing our young guys. So he's a key guy.
Colorado is obviously a very skilled, very fast team in the way they play. The styles aren't the same, but you guys struggle a little bit with the speed of the Rangers just in terms of how quickly they can capitalize. Is that something you guys have talked about, is just being more prepared to not make those mistakes because how much they jump on it?
Yeah, it's just being above the puck, and it's something I think we've been more consistent since that Ranger game. We haven't had many games where we were cheating. Anticipating offense is a really big part of our team right now. I think we've explored that, and I think we're really good at it. It's our job as coaches when we start getting 3 flat and maybe hanging over on the weak side, hoping the play gets there instead of starting back. That's where odd man rushes start happening. I think we've been much better at it, and we're certainly going to have to be ready to start back, especially with just one guy in this team, in McCarr. He's just the ultimate rover, and they're a good club right on through. So we have to be good away from the puck, no matter how much we're pushing the offense. And when we don't have it, we want to try to get it back as quickly as we can, and that's just being above it.
With the way you guys have been playing down this recent stretch, is this a good time to come in here and face this team?
Yeah, I guess so. We've been playing well. I thought, as I told these guys after the game, I don't think the game was that great the other night, but as I watched the tape, it was better than I thought. I think we've been consistent throughout the first quarter here. We're going to get tested here. We've been, and I think we need to. We've been sitting around in a hotel here for the past day, getting in late after a game. I think our start is crucial just to get our energy going right away. Altitude, it comes into play. It comes into play. So I think the start of the game is going to be very important for us.
How do you address the altitude? Is it shorter shifts? Is it more rotation with the 7D? Is that
Yeah,
why?
you're always looking for short shifts, and they're aware of it. You make it aware, but you don't want to overblow it up, and when they're just thinking about that all the time. I'm just me. It's mindset for me because it's been a long day. It's already been a long morning. With the time change for us, we're still trying to get into that. By the time we get into it, we're leaving. That's just the way it works when you come out here. Mindset for me is very important as we start the game tonight.